Eh,
Welcome, everyone. My name is Marilyn Long, and I'm a travel advisor at CAA in Charlottetown. I'm very excited to be able to do this presentation with our AmaWaterways representative, Neil Dudley. He will take us in depth into the highlights of this river cruise that I will be hosting in October. Welcome, Neil.
Thank you, Marilyn. Thank you for having me. I'm very excited because I am a huge lover of this particular itinerary. So yes, folks, my name is Neil Dudley. I am the Business Development Manager for AmaWaterways and the one that CAA Atlantic Canada are working with. So it's my job today to bring you through this lovely itinerary, tell you all about the great highlights. And then, of course, we're going to go back to Marilyn because she is the one who is going to host all of you. So for those of you who have not been on board AmaWaterways before, I'll tell you a little bit about the company. We just celebrated 20 years this past year, and our Canadian connection is that our birthday happens to be on Canada Day. So we are a family-owned and operated company, two main families since our inception 20 years ago. You've got Rudy and Christine there, husband and wife team, so really bringing a lot of great in-depth knowledge to our main destination, of course, which is Europe, and they are both Europeans. And then, of course, you got the Murphys, originally from Ireland, moved over to the US. So internationally owned and operated company, and that truly is reflected in the product itself. Now, for those of you who've not been on a river cruise before, there's always a pretty safe assumption on my part that a lot of you have done ocean cruising. And I really like to show this slide because yes, we are a cruising product and there are some similarities between us and our ocean cruising cousins, but there are a lot of stark differences. And of course, this slide certainly shows that. On a river cruise, folks, you are always within sight of land. You're in a different port of call each and every day, usually arriving around breakfast, often staying through till dinner and late nights or overnights in some beautiful ports of call. And of course, the size of the ship, vastly different. We have about 150 guests on average on our river cruise ships. And, you know, that's probably going to fit inside the lobby of one of those main lovely ocean liners. But it really is an intimate cruising experience, taking you through all of these incredible parts of Europe because Europe has been built around the rivers for centuries. Now at AmaWaterways, we are a very innovative style company, so much so that Rudy down there in the bottom right-hand corner, he's not just one of our owners, but he's actually the architect and designer of every single one of our ships, knowing all of the different things that we have to be aware of, including designing a fleet of ships to have the shallowest draft of any river cruise line, because sometimes there are levels and issues on the rivers, and with only needing about 4 feet of water underneath our ships in order to be able to cruise, we are in the best position possible to always be able to give you that luxury river cruise experience. And folks, we are the only river cruise line whose sole focus is to bring you the best river cruise experience. We don't have an ocean cruising division to worry about. We don't have a coach touring division to worry about. We are focused on nothing but river cruising here in Europe and even on some beautiful destinations outside of continental Europe. Now let's talk about those innovations, folks, because we actually invented the twin balcony suite, and that's kind of what you're seeing in the top middle picture there. Now, we know, as I said earlier, that there's always something to see day or night, and we want to bring over that beautiful balcony experience that our ocean cruising cousins had been providing for years over to the world of river cruising, which never existed before. And we wanted to kind of perfect that balcony experience. So the picture in the top middle, it's that typical outdoor balcony, a table, 2 chairs, the couple's able to stand outside, enjoy all of the lovely views. But what happens when the weather's not so nice? Maybe it's a bit cooler outside, maybe it's raining. That's where we have the matching mirrored indoor French balcony. Again, table, 2 chairs, French balcony design doors that you see in the picture in the top left-hand corner, so that no matter what the weather, no matter what the temperature, you're always able to enjoy that beautiful balcony experience. Now, in all of our ships, we've got 3 levels of accommodation. You've got the picture window staterooms, the French balcony suites, right up to the signature twin balcony suites, and all of the cabins have the iMac entertainment system. So your music, your movies, your TV channels, and full access to the internet because Wi-Fi is complimentary through any device you bring or through the iMac entertainment system. Now, speaking of entertainment on board, of course, that's a shot of the main lounge in the top left-hand corner. That's kind of the main hub of activity. This is where the cruise managers give his or her port talks each and every evening. This is where our locally themed entertainment happens. And after they are done, we've got our onboard musician to play music into the later hours as well. But in addition to the main lounge, you've got the a couple of private or quieter lounge areas for you to relax in. You've got the library lounge, some books to read, a little fireplace set up there. Or on the opposite side is our 24-hour cafe and lounge. Coffee, tea, espresso available whenever you would like. Now, speaking of food on board, this is an area we truly do shine, and we have multiple dining venues for you to enjoy, all of which are included. So the picture in the top left-hand corner, that's a shot of our main dining room, and it seats about 170 guests, but we have about 150 guests on board. What that means, it's open seating. Come and dine whenever, wherever you like. Tables of 2, 4, 6, or 8 for you to enjoy. Now, something that we're really proud of is that since the COVID period, we've decided to keep with an elevated dining experience. So folks, on board our ships, you'll find no more buffets. Breakfast, lunch, and dinner are all a la carte services now for you to enjoy. Now, in addition to the main dining room, you've got these private wine rooms. So if you want a bit more of a quieter area to dine in, you can sit in there. Seats about 6 or 8 guests. And at the back of the ship, we've got the chef's table restaurant. Seats about 28 guests, and it's a totally different menu than what you're going to find in the main dining room. In fact, it's a bit of an interactive culinary experience. You can see the chefs back there creating the meals right in front of you. Now, there's a number of advantages to booking on to a CAA travel group, such as the one we're presenting to you today, including the fact that they can actually pre-book all of you together as a group into the chef's table restaurants. Now, folks, if there's any of you listening out there, of course, who are true food connoisseurs, you might be familiar with either Table et Auberge or Chaîne de Route Sur. These are the two oldest gastronomic societies in the world, and we are thrilled to be the only river cruise line that's ever been invited to be members of these organizations based on the quality of food, wine, and service you are going to get on board. And if you need any sort of healthy options, please just let the CAA team know, and our chefs will create an equally impressive array of meals with your healthy options in mind. Now, some of the onboard services that we have, of course, if you are the kind of cruiser who likes to get a massage or get your hair done, there are those services available on board. We are the only ones with a full-time wellness host on board, offering complimentary classes for you both on board and on shore. We've got a fitness center on each and every one of our ships, and about 20 or 25 bikes free of charge for you to take out in any port of call, should you wish to do so. We also have guided cycling tours on each and every one of our cruises as well. But I will say the most popular area to relax tends to be the rooftop heated pools we have on each and every one of our ships. And folks, if you've never been on AmaWaterways before, let me tell you about some things you might not expect. Now, cruising through the French region, of course, you're going to find some incredible vintages of wine, probably only available in those next ports of call that you are arriving into. Folks, you can purchase that, bring it back on board, enjoy it wherever you like, including up at the pool, in the lounge, or in the restaurant. We truly want you to enjoy your AmaWaterways river cruise exactly how you wish to do so without ever having to pay anything extra while on board. Now, a lot of times people will ask me some questions about the pool, like when is it open? It is open 24/7, the entire time that you are cruising, and it is open our entire season from March right up through till the end of December. And folks, please, I know this is not in October, but it is a heated pool. And I always like to encourage my fellow Canadian travelers, when you are traveling on a beautiful fall river cruise, such as the one you'll be doing, please bring your swimwear, go up and enjoy the pool, because it's the perfect time for you to meet your fellow Canadian travelers, because we're usually the only ones using the pool at that time. Now, some of the enhancements we've made over the years, let's talk about what's included with AmaWaterways. Folks, it is pretty much an all-inclusive experience. All of your meals are included. All of your drinks, so unlimited beer, wine, and soft drinks with all of your meals. You've got the sip and sail program in the late afternoon, where again, unlimited beverages, whether these are alcoholic or non-alcoholic, are included. All of your shore excursions are included each and every day, and in some of the larger cities and towns, you have a choice of activities. You can decide what it is you would like to see and do at no extra cost. So it really feels like you're customizing your river cruise experience. And I'm going to go through the itinerary very, very shortly to tell you all about the amazing highlights that you're going to have. But my favorite enhancement has to be the My Ama Cruise app. Again, first river cruise line to bring out our own app back in 2019. And it's designed for you to use both before, during, and after your river cruise. Now, beforehand, it's going to have all sorts of great information on the cruise you'll be going on, of course, the ship you'll be sailing on. Your documents will be found in here, but my favorite part of this app actually happens when you are on board. Now, I will assume each and every one of you, of course, has taken a guided tour at some stage in your life. That means you've listened to a tour guide take you all around an area, tell you all about these beautiful sites. And of course, you take picture upon picture upon picture to remember all of these beautiful sites. And you get back home after your 1 or your 2-week vacation, and you start looking back through the hundreds and hundreds of pictures that you've taken, and you look back through some of these going, I have absolutely no idea what that is, let alone why I took a picture of this place. Well, folks, if you take all of your pictures now through the My AmaCruise app, all of the notes the tour guide gave you on that day can automatically be linked to the pictures you took that day. Forms into your own digital photo album for you to look at for years and years and remember every part of your AmaWaterways river cruise experience. And with one simple click, it's uploaded to your favorite social media site, whether that's Facebook or Instagram. And any of those incredible pictures, of course, folks, you can send as virtual postcards to your friends and family. Now, folks, let's get on to the itinerary in hand. This is a map, of course, of all the different rivers that we cruise in, but we're going to focus on the Colors of Provence itinerary going through the heart of France, from Lyon down to Arles. And I love to show this map because it kind of shows all the different kinds of tours that are included each and every day. So, of course, you'll be on the Rhone and Saône rivers. That is the one just to the right. And you're seeing all those little bicycles. That means there's guided cycling tours included for you to choose from, should you wish to do so, on any of those days. All the purple grapes, those are special interest tours. Maybe off to a chateau, maybe off to a winery, maybe off to a cooking school. The little green symbols means there's guided hiking tours. So truly you can customize your touring experiences. And it really allows people who are in their 30s all the way up to people in their 80s to truly enjoy that same river cruise experience, but getting it exactly how they wish to do so. So folks, this is the Colors of Provence. The cruise will be going in October of 2023. The cruise itself departs on the 12th of October with the pre-package in Paris starting on the 9th. So folks, Paris is an incredible city, as we know. And so we do 4 days, 3 nights in a 5-star centrally located hotel in Paris. Of course, you'll be met at the airport, taken to your hotel, and there's sightseeing included, of course, on both days. Daily breakfasts are also included, but yes, we leave you time in the afternoons free for you to explore this incredible city. Now, something that's very unique, in addition to Marilyn, of course, being with you, the cruise manager that you'll actually be sailing with on the Alma Christina will also be in Paris. So our programs are fully escorted on land and on the rivers themselves. So you get an opportunity to meet the cruise manager beforehand. You could ask them where might be a really great place to spend some of your free time and such when you are in Paris. So great opportunity for you. We are staying at the Renaissance Paris Noble Hotel. Like I said, it's centrally located to all of the sites, walking distance and such. And of course, transfers are included. And when you're done your 3 nights in Paris, we're actually going to be taking the TGV high-speed train down from Paris to Lyon. And folks, this is an experience unto itself. The TGV high-speed trains are really a French invention, and super comfortable trains. You whip through the countryside and get to see all of the great sights. So it really is an incredible part of the package as well. Now, folks, you'll be arriving into Lyon, and Lyon is the culinary capital of France, and you will have an overnight in Lyon to truly explore all of the great things there are to see and do in Lyon. Now, when you arrive, of course, you'll be taken to the ship. You'll have dinner on board. You do have the evening free to wander back into town. And we are docked in the heart of Lyon. So it's very easy to wander back in, explore a little bit around. And then the next day is when you're doing some touring. Now, we are overnighting on the first night, going off to do some different excursions up into the Beaujolais wine region, a very famous area for the wines and such. And then you're back into the city of Lyon. Again, we're overnighting here. You have dinner on board, and of course, you have that evening free to wander around. And it's the following day where you're actually going to go off to get a city sightseeing tour of Lyon. Or if you wander around and you want to do something different, you've got an option to do the tastes of Lyon. Like I said, it is the culinary capital of France. So again, some incredible things to taste and such through the area. Or you can do a guided cycling tour. Now, folks, please don't think that you have to choose any of these tours ahead of time. when you're on board, the cruise manager is going to tell you all about the different options, whether it's a half day, whether it's a full day, whether it's relaxed pace or more active, and they will never be sold out. We tend to not put any more than 15 guests per tour guide to ensure that you have that first class touring experience when you're wandering around or cycling about, and they'll never be sold out. If everybody decides they want to do the exact same tour, or only one of you decides you want to do the tour, we just adjust the tour guides accordingly. So you'll get a much more information from the cruise manager, but this gives you a good idea as to what you can expect. Now, folks, after Lyon, we are going to have, we get back on board late afternoon. It's a overnight sail when you are enjoying, and we're going to end up into Vienne. Now, Vienne is a very much a Romanesque style city. As you can see, here is the Colosseum that was thriving back in the day. It has been greatly restored. It really, really is a great highlight of this cute little town. Now, when you're in Vienne, you've got 3 different tours to choose from. They're all about seeing the city of Vienne, but it's really about seeing it how you wish to do so. So you can do a walking tour, of course, see all the old parts of Vienne. You can do a guided hiking tour. And what that will mean is that it will take you to the top. So you actually get to overlook the town of Vienne, overlook the Colosseum. This is actually a picture I took of the map when I went up there last November. Really, really is worth it if you can go up there. It's not a steep hike. It's actually just going up a bit of a steep road to get to the top. There's a cute little church up here on the top, and you get to overlook and have some incredible pictures looking right into the Colosseum. Or you can do a guided cycling experience in and around the city of Vienne. So you are here for the full day. The tour is generally in the morning. Back on board in time for lunch. You've got the afternoon free to explore. And then as dinner is beginning, you'll notice that the Ama Christina will also be departing. And it's an overnight sail, and we're ending up into our next little town called Tournon. Now, Tournon, again, some beautiful ruins, such as the Castle of Tournon that you are seeing right here. And you've got a few different tour options on this day. Tournon is also very famous for some incredible wines. So you can actually do a bit of a guided hike and wine tasting up into the L'Hermitage region. This is one of those areas, the little huts that you see as you're wandering up there with the winery owners and such. Or you can go into town and do a red wine and chocolate tasting, quite unique as well, into the area. Or they have the oldest vintage steam train left in France. You can actually do a little tour here. Now, all these tours are mostly done in the morning. They're half-day tours. You are back on board for lunch. You do have the afternoon and you overnight in Tournon. So you've got lots of time to explore this cute little town when you are here. So again, the cruise manager is going to tell you all about these different options that are there for you to enjoy. Now, folks, the next day we are sailing into Avignon, and we do this it's very close. It's not very far along any of these rivers, so the sailing times are not too great, but we're generally arriving into Avignon late afternoon. And Avignon is the old capital of France. This is the Palais de Pope. Again, great architectural piece, but there's a lot of things to see and do in Avignon. And this, honestly, will be your toughest day for choosing a tour. Of course, you can do the standard sightseeing tour, which will include the Palais de Pope. You can do a tastings tour in Avignon. Now, remember, you've got other days where you can do tastings tours as well. You can do a guided cycling tour. And that's because I'm going to tell you right now, the next 2 are the ones that are incredible. Not that the other ones aren't great, but remember, you'll always have time to explore Avignon on your own. You can go see the Palais de Pope. We're pretty much docked right beside it. So my recommendations are to either go off to Pont du Gard. It is the oldest remaining aqueduct from the Roman periods. It's a World UNESCO listed heritage site. Really, really incredible site to behold. Or you can go off to Grignon and do a bit of a tour around this beautiful walled city and go off to a truffle farm. This is the little dog sitting there guiding you through as they dig out the truffles right in front of you. A really uniquely French experience. So it is a tough call, I will tell you that much, but there's 5 different tours that you have to choose from for your full day in Avignon. You are back on board in time for dinner, and in the evening, just as you're finishing dinner, you're going to notice that the ship is departing. That's because we're doing a bit of an illumination cruise by the Pont d'Avignon. Now, this is a world famous bridge. It's only half it remains. It is lit up like a Christmas tree year round, and it's incredible to be seen from the rivers. And the cruise manager will be out there kind of giving you a bit of a narrative all about the history of Avignon and the bridge. We get that beautiful experience, and then it is an overnight sail, and we end up in our final port of call, which is Arles. And again, another beautiful Romanesque style city in France. You can see the Colosseum right there in front of you and just to the right side of the picture. The old Colosseum just to the left again. Some of them restored, some of them not. The ones in Vienne, of course, is not as restored. The one in Arles is actually still in use today. So again, great acoustics, obviously, in these beautiful structures. So when you are in Arles, you've got a few different tours to choose from again. You've got a city sightseeing tour to see some of the beautiful Romanesque architecture that's here. You can go off on an artistic tour because Van Gogh made his home into this area for a period of time, or you can do a guided cycling tour through Arles as well. So lots of great options, so many things to see and explore, of course. Now it's a split day, as you can see, for Arles. So those are the morning tours. In the afternoon, you actually have a couple of other tours. You can go off to Tarascon, another beautiful little town, or up to Les Baux. And this is Les Baux here in the pictures. Again, hilltop, medieval walled city. Really, really unique. This was the local farmer taking the sheep out for a walk. So everything is very authentic into the area. You'll be back on time, the ship, for dinner. And it is an overnight in Arles. So you will have a chance to explore the city of Arles itself on your own if you want to go back off after dinner. And it is the next day that you'll be disembarking the ship and departing. Now, folks, if any of you are past AmaWaterways passengers, in addition to the great offers that CAA has secured for this group, you will have additional savings in addition to the offers that they've got for you as well. So folks, we look forward to welcoming you on board. And what we're very excited about is that Marilyn is hosting this cruise. And I understand she's done a number of different cruises with us in the past, but it's been since 2012 since she's done this. And folks, a lot of things have changed. And Marilyn, what are some of your favorite experiences from cruising with Ama over the past? Because I guarantee you're going to have some new experiences coming back to this one. So
that is so true, Neil. My latest Ama cruise was just this past August. I did the best of Belgium and Holland, and there certainly were a lot of new updates. Very exciting. The My Ama Cruise app. I can't wait to use it. When we did the last cruise through Holland and Belgium, I had not used it, but it would have been great to know where we were because we did so many different waterways. So it's kind of exciting to be looking forward to that. This will be my 7th river cruise.
Nice.
6 have been with Ama, and I previously escorted 2 groups, one on the Rhine and one on the Danube. And so I get excited about this. I was talking to a client this morning, and I said they were looking at booking Caribbean, and then the client grabbed this brochure, and I said, you know what? They're totally different. Like Caribbean to me is a vacation. I look at an AmaWaterway cruise as an experience. So that's what excites me to see so many new different things.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's great when you get to go through these areas. These have been built around the rivers for centuries. Really is the only way to see them, and you're in a different port of call every day. So it's a fabulous experience, and that's exactly, I think, the way to describe it. So I look forward to you hosting it, Marilyn.
I'm excited to be hosting it, and takes family and friends and new clients to see a great part of the world.
Perfect. Well, folks, if you want to join Marilyn on this beautiful cruise, here are the contact details. Please get in touch with your CAA travel team, of course. Email, you can call them. And we look forward to seeing all of you on board with Marilyn this October. Thanks for joining me, Marilyn.
Thank you. Great job. Bye.
Bye.